Welcome to my channel. I am so excited. To finally have a video going on YouTube is crazy to me. Welcome. I am so excited to bring you guys some more content. Well, this is my first YouTube video, so we in here like swimwear. People have been telling me to do this for a long time. I've been trying to put it together for a long time, and we're finally doing it. The purpose of this channel is to bring awareness for you guys to see me slay all day, to talk about health issues, beauty issues. We're trying to look at things in all shapes, all sizes, all shades. We are going to get our magnifying glasses and really dig into some shenanigans on this channel. So I hope you guys love it. Welcome to the Honeycomb. I am excited. I have a lot more material that I would like to bring for you guys. And if you have any ideas, you can put it down in the comments below. Oh my God, I'm like an actual YouTuber. Put it in the comments down below. Subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I already have content on there, but this is the first video. So we are ending 2019 with bangers. Bangers. Back-to-back bangers. So if you're ready, let's get into this video.
When I'm focused, everything will manifest because I wrote it. I'm hella sweet because I spoke it. Bumble stay buzzing up my feed, calling me his queen bee. I'm like, chill, little homie. I'm just trying to
get right into the tutorial. I first start off with brushing out my brows with a spoolie. I like to brush them straight up so I can clearly see what kind of shape I'm trying to create with my brows today. And I go in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. And I start to do like little hair-like strokes through the brow till I get the right shade that I would like. And I go and carve out my brow with the LA Pro Girl Concealer in the shade Fawn. And I use that as an eye base as well. And I'm using a buffing brush to go ahead and clean up everything. And then set it with some translucent powder until I really like the shape and the shade of my brows. Then I go in with my new favorite palette, the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette with Jackie Aina. And I go into the shade Ginger and I just smoke out my crease. I start with small circles and then window wiping motions to be able to get the color that I want, the color payoff I want. And I kind of move slow, like especially if you're a beginner, it's better to slowly put on the shadow until you like it instead of just packing on. Then I go into deepen my crease with the shade Credit, and I'm literally just stamping the color in, and then I go in with the brush, the Morphe M504 brush, to go ahead and just move that so it's blended seamlessly. I then take my LA Pro Girl Concealer in the shade Fawn again, and I am going to cut my crease. With this pro tip, I would say you get a small brush and just move as slow as possible until you get the shape that you want, and really follow your own eyelid shape so that you can get the perfect shape for your look. And I just go ahead and do that and set it with the Extraordinary translucent powder because I want the same shade as the concealer. I set it, and then I'm going to go in and do some finishing touches to the eyeshadow and take my Fenty Fly Liner and start doing my wing. Now with the wing, I kind of just take my time and do it with my eye open because I have a weird shaped lid that it will look different if I close my eye and do it, and I kind of don't finish the whole liner until after I'm finished my face and get it into my inner corners. After I finish up my liner, I go in with the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer and the Too Faced Hangover Primer and prime up my face. I also use the Hydro Grip Primer from Milk Cosmetics so that my foundation will stick to my face. And then I slowly go in with the No Pore Problem Priming Water to go ahead and minimize the look of pores around my nose and where my eczema is at, around my mouth and my chin. And I just pat that in. I then go in with my new favorite foundation, which is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in the shade F13. And I take that plus my Body Glow from ColourPop and I mix that in, blending it out with my foundation brush, the Morphe M439 brush. After I get a solid base, I go in with my ColourPop No Filter Stick in the shade Deep Dark 197W, and I slowly just carve out my cheekbones and under my jawline to try and get a sharper jawline look, and just warm up my skin so that my face doesn't look so flat. After I go in with that, I go in with the shade Toffee with the LA Pro Concealer, and I just conceal some of my dark areas around my mouth and then sharpen up my contour and blend it out with the same foundation brush. Once I'm done with that, I go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and then on the edges of that, I go in. The Tarte Shape Tape Concealer is in the shade Tan, and then on the edges, I go back in with Toffee so that it blends seamlessly, and then I use my Juno & Co. sponge damp, and I just blend it out real seamlessly. Just take your time and really blend it out because I like a really bright highlight under my eyes. After I'm done blending out, I go back over my contour and just kind of like try to bring the face together so it doesn't look so chopped up in sections. I go back over and start contouring my nose because I like my nose to like have a little bit more shape. When you're constantly putting all this concealer on your face, kind of flattens it out, and I like my nose to be more pronounced. Then I take the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder and I start to set all my highlighted areas, and I don't use a lot of this powder, but I like push it into my skin to try and get a good level of setting. And then I like go in with the Fenty bronzer in the shade Coconutty, and I set all my contour areas. And as I'm setting all my contour areas, I kind of just want to bring it all together and get my face snatched. Then I go back into the shade Credit and I start smoking out my bottom lash line. I use Credit and the shade Ginger. Then I take a regular black pencil and I start to line my waterline and my under eye and really start to connect it with my top eyeliner, and then I smoke it back out with Credit and Ginger using that brush that comes in the palette. I like it. It's really good to smudge and smoke out the bottom lash line. And then I do some finishing touches to make the crease look more defined. Then I go in with my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder to actually sit up there and bring my face together. I actually learned this trick from Alyssa Ashley, and I've been using it ever since. Like, every time I do my makeup, I use it. Then I'm going in with the Morphe Setting Mist, and I spray my face a couple of times in this video, and I start to press it in with my Juno & Co. sponge. Now I'm using the Anastasia, this is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter to set my brows, and I went ahead and put in some regular Ardell wispy lashes. And I'm going in with the IT Cosmetics mascara. And now I'm going in with the Anastasia blush trio in the 2 darker shades, and I start putting some blush on my face. Now I am putting the Fenty Beauty Diamond Brown highlighter. I have been using less and less highlighter these days, but this is like one of my favorites because it never comes on ashy on all skin tones that I've used it on, and I just love it. Now I'm going back in with the Fenty Fly Liner, and I'm starting to do this inner corner flick that I really like, and I kind of just learned how to do it. Setting my face again and pushing in the setting spray. Now I am lining my lips with a brown liner and going in and contouring my lips so they can look a little bit more plump. And I'm using a regular pink gloss. I'll have it in the description bar below. And then I lastly set my face with this Pixie spray. Well, this is the final look. I hope you guys love it. And if you could go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video.